You never want to season your brand new griddle with bacon. And here's the statement from Blackstone as to why.
One seasoning option we do not recommend is seasoning your griddle by cooking bacon. Bacon is great for your first cook, but not for your initial seasoning. Bacon contains preservatives, salt, sugar, and many other additives that will prevent your griddle top from properly seasoning. If you prefer to use animal fat for seasoning, use lard.
Another common mistake I see is using too much oil. You don't want to put a big pool of oil on your griddle because then you're not going to be able to burn it off and create that initial coat of seasoning. And that really is what you're doing when you're seasoning a griddle. A common mistake I see when cleaning your griddle is actually turning it off and then cleaning it. What you really want to do is kind of turn it down to low, keep that heat on there. It'll be easier to scrape off all that debris, especially if you had like some sauces or anything that got sticky or eggs. Just still having a little bit of heat is a good way to clean it off. Now you can cut it all the way off if you're going to clean it immediately, but you don't want to cut it all the way off, come back 15, 20 minutes later. It might be too hard to get that stuff off. I've also had a lot of people ask me about water. If I drink it, usually it's just beer. I'm just kidding. I do drink water occasionally. But no, about using water on your griddle, and if you can have it, they say, oh, you should never touch your griddle with any sort of water. And that's not true. You can use water. You can use water for cleaning. I use water for cleaning every time. Spray it down. It helps to get up some of that nasty gunk, especially if there's sauces with sugar in it that caramelize. That'll help get it up. And the steam helps to clean your griddle. The water is an issue when it sits. If you leave water on your griddle, or if it's uncovered, or if you don't put your cover on all the way like some people have done before. Not me, talking about a friend. But anyways, pools of water is what you want to look for. That's when you're going to get rust and the seasoning's going to go away. Using a little bit of water to melt cheese, not only is that okay, honestly, that should be a requirement. You have to melt your cheese. Using a little bit of water to clean your griddle, that's okay too. You can definitely do that. And it's going to help you get everything off there. And when you're finished cleaning your griddle, do you have to re-season it? Do you have to burn off another coat? That's a great question that people ask me all the time. And to be honest, no, you don't. You don't have to burn off another coat. You can, but you don't have to. I put a coat of oil down. That's going to protect your griddle, just like a cast iron pan. So after I've cleaned it all off, got it all dry, bone dry, I'll put another thin layer of oil on there and then just cover it up, and that's going to help protect it. You don't need to burn off a coat every time you're done, and you don't need to burn off a coat every time you start it. So I actually have a free ebook that goes over the process of seasoning your griddle, cleaning your griddle, cooking temperature, 5 beginner recipes. I'll link it in the description, but basically when I season a griddle, I like to get it wiped down with water, get it hot, then I'm going to put a thin layer of oil on there, spread it out, let it burn off. Once it all burns off, do it again. So you're talking 20 minutes for the first burn off, 20 minutes for the second burn off. Do it a third time. Make sure you got plenty of beer with you. Got to stay hydrated during your seasoning process. And then you're good to go. 3 seasonings. That's all listed in the ebook below. When I clean a griddle, I like to turn it down to low, squirt it with a decent amount of water just to get that steam as I'm scraping everything down. I'm scraping all the gunk, all the debris, everything off the griddle, get it all scraped down, sprayed down with water. Make sure that water is all gone. Everything's evaporated. It should be evaporated because it's still on. Wipe it down clean, turn it off, put a thin layer of oil on there, then I'm good to go for the next time. Like I said, both of those instructions are in my ebook, which is linked below. You also can sign up for my free newsletter, which is every Saturday. Just a couple tips every Saturday on how to use your griddle and how to make great meals and great memories for your family on the griddle. Thanks so much for watching. Check those out in the link below.